Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. You know, I have been away for a little bit, but one of the things that I was thinking about while on a car ride was what Pokemon I would have in real life. Now, interestingly, this idea is actually quite old. I had this original idea back in 1997 when I seen the very first Pokemon anime ever. I was blown away by it. And ever since then, I've always pondered and wondered what Pokemon I would have on my team. So, if you're willing and want to come along for the ride, and we're going to look at the different Pokemon that I would have on my team of 6. Now, again, this is just my opinion, and they're just the Pokemon that I like the most. You would have your own Pokemon that you would like, and please, if you do, let me know in the comments below what Pokemon you would have on your team. But yeah, so with that, let's get started. So the very first Pokemon I would have on my team is obviously a starter, right? You always got to start with a starter in the region. And my Pokemon that I would choose on my team comes from the 3rd generation. And that's partly because, as many of you know, I got my very first Pokemon game that I owned myself, not that I borrowed, but I personally owned, was Pokemon Sapphire. And I played through that region, and I have a lot of nostalgia for it. And the very first Pokemon I ever received, ever, was a Mudkip. And I think I've just grown this immense attachment to the Mudkip line, and because of that, I would want, in real life, if I could, to have my own personal Mudkip, which would later evolve into a Swampert. And I love Swampert. I love the design. I love its moveset. I love how powerful it is, how tanky it can be. I also really love the fact that it is a water ground, a very unique typing. Even with the 4 times ground weakness, I still like it. Or sorry, not ground, 4 times grass weakness, pardon me. I still really like that Pokemon. I think it's an amazing Pokemon to have in a team, and I just love Swampert. So it has to be on my team. The next Pokemon that I would have is one that I have always liked, in part because it's a psychic type, which is my favorite type, Pokemon type. And I also just like how it sort of evolves, its evolution mechanic. And that's Espeon. For those of you that do not know, Espeon, to get an Espeon, you have to evolve it from an Eevee. And to get it to the Eevee to evolve, you have to be kind to it. You got to be nice and show it love and affection and care. And if you do, and if it's daytime, it'll evolve into an Espeon. And if you treat it well and love it, and it's nighttime, it'll evolve into an Embryon. I think they're both amazing Pokemon, but I prefer, again, because I like the psychic type, Espeon. Now, I also like the design of Espeon a lot better. And it also reminds me of a childhood cat that we had that I just absolutely loved, and I just sort of instantaneously put its likeness to Espeon, and because of that, will definitely be on my team. The next Pokemon that I would have on my team is a new addition that's come from the Sword and Shield lineup. And as soon as I seen this Pokemon, I instantly fell in love, and it was absolutely amazing, and that's Alcremie. This Pokemon is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I think it is absolutely phenomenal, and I like cooking, and I like to make a lot of different meals and things for my family, and I can so envision having an Alcremie sitting in my kitchen on the counter helping me make stuff. I just can totally see that. I love the design. I love sweets, and the very fact that this Pokemon is sort of the embodiment of whipped cream. Like, how more amazing is that? It was like the designers at Game Freak made this Pokemon for me, so I absolutely love it. I also love the fact that it can come in a whole different host of colors and variety, based on what type of item you get, whether it's blueberries, strawberries, mint, or so on, and the way you spin it and how you spin to get the Alcremie, the Milkreed, to evolve into an Alcremie, to spin it and whip it up, can get you all these different flavors and things. I just love it. I think it's so cool that they have that sort of gimmick in Sword and Shield, and I love it. I think it's a fantastic Pokemon. I love the fairy typing, and it's very strong with special stats. I like it. Fantastic. Another Pokemon that I would definitely have, that I fell in love with immediately when I was in Sun and Moon. And now, unfortunately, this is a starter. So I know some people get funny about having more than one starter on a team, but this is my Pokemon list, so I'm going to have a starter. This is a Pokemon that, again, I fell in love with instantly, and it's because it's an owl. So that's your kind of your hint there. Before Sun and Moon, there was only one owl line of Pokemon, and that was the Hoot Hoot and Noctowl line there. And I remember when Johto happened, I remember when Ash caught his own Noctowl. I loved it. I loved the design, in part because owls are my favorite bird. And so I was instantaneously drawn to Hoot Hoot and Noctowl. And I thought they had a pretty good moveset. But they were dethroned as my favorite owl Pokemon when Rowlet came, in the Rowlet evolutionary line, especially Decidueye. Rowlet is so cute, and I just love its design, and I love how sweet it is. I could picture it sitting here on, just looking around, being cute. I think it's adorable. And it's hard for me to determine if I'd keep it as a Rowlet or I'd evolve it into a Decidueye. Knowing me, I'd probably evolve it to a Decidueye, in part because I really like the design of Decidueye, that Robin Hood type design, as well as its attack Spirit Shackle. Like, this Pokemon uses a freaking bow and arrow with, I just think it's fascinating. And I love the typing of Grass Ghost. What a unique typing. I think up until that point in time, there were no grass, no, there was a Grass Ghost. That would have been the Gorgeist and Trevenant line. So there were Grass Ghosts, but it was very unique typing, and I just liked it quite a bit, and I think it's a cool typing. So I would definitely have a Decidueye on my team. Now, this next Pokemon is a Pokemon that I've loved ever since I watched Pokemon 2000. So that's going a long time ago, right? When it was on VHS, and I believe there was a short before the main film where Ash's Pokemon and Misty's Pokemon and so on followed Togepi to go down into a like a cavern type thing, and they went into like this jungle and had a little adventure to find Togepi. And I remember there being a scene where they were in some kind of like cave area that had water, and they had a whole bunch of Pokemon dancing around, and one of the Pokemon that was in the scene was Blossom. And Blossom, I instantly fell in love with. It had so much personality, just dancing around. And that was the first time I was introduced to this Pokemon, so I was like super excited. Then in the anime, where there was, I don't remember what number this episode was, but it was where there were two Blossoms, and they were in like a dancing competition, and you got to see them there, and I just love their personality. I love the fact that they dance. And now that I'm a father, I dance all the time for my two girls. And I dance really stupid dances in that. I mean, if ever filmed me, I'm sure it would go viral. But anyways, because of that, I think Blossom would be so perfect as a dance partner and keeping my two girls entertained, dancing with them and having so much fun. And its design, again, it looks so pretty, so cute. As a plant physiologist myself, I love plants, and it just is the epitome of flowers to me and of gardening, and I just love it. I could see it helping me outside in the garden and just sitting there basking in the sun. It's such a beautiful Pokemon and a lovely design. Now, the last Pokemon on my team is a Pokemon that I have loved from the moment I caught it back in Generation 3. And back in Generation 3, and when I caught this Pokemon, I never knew that it would become sort of famous or infamous, depending on how you look at it, with meme culture and over sexualizing this Pokemon. Now, I don't like it for that reason, and that wasn't why I originally fell in love with the Pokemon. My main reason for liking this Pokemon was it looked cool, it was elegant, and was super powerful. It helped me sweep much of the Elite Four, and helped me get through so many tough times. And that would be Gardevoir. And I actually remember catching this Ralts in my very first playthrough in Pokemon Sapphire and raising it up to be this powerful, powerful Gardevoir. And I loved the Pokedex entry and how it would create black holes to like protect their trainer from danger. And I remember just thinking how cool it would be to have a bond with a Pokemon so strong that it would sacrifice, I guess, the universe by making a black hole and sucking everything in sight, to protect its trainer, though, from being harmed. And I just love that aspect. And the story element that could go with that. You know, you can find this Ralts, you know, and you nurse it, or you help gain its trust, and you help it out, and then this Ralts wants to become your Pokemon, and then, you know, you grow together, and then it will sacrifice itself to help you because it loves you so much. I thought that was fantastic. And again, now that I'm a father, that's such an important aspect, right? Protecting my family. Now, I also like Gardevoir because, again, psychic types are my favorite type for Pokemon, and I just think it's very powerful. It was very powerful back in Gen 3, and it still is today. Now with the fairy typing, it's become even much more versatile, and I like it quite a bit. And again, its design is fantastic. I think it's a super strong special attacker and pretty good special defense. And I just think it's an awesome Pokemon, and I would love to have it on my team. Not to mention, it's also my favorite Pokemon of all time, so that's also why it would be on my team. But yeah, with that, guys, what Pokemon would you have on your team of 6? Let me know in the comments down below. And again, I want to thank you all so much for watching this with me, spending some time here with me, and for supporting me. I want to thank each and every one of you. So with that, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk with you guys soon. Okay, bye-bye.